Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be checking out the new water feature that they added to Yeeps. Now, as some of you may know, in my last video, I didn't really touch much on the Yeeps water mechanics because, well, one, I didn't have time for it, and two, I didn't own these two items. But thanks to a friend, I now have an infinite supply outside of this room. But we are going to be talking about everything that you can do with these two items in today's video. Okay, so for today's video, we have our three main stars: the liquid shifter, the liquid dyer, and the ground shifter. Now, you may be asking, why would I need the ground shifter in a video about water? That's because, well, I did move down the ground in advanced, but I've accidentally made my tower a bit too tall, so we are going to have to quickly move the ground down. So now, with the press of a button, we now have water filling up almost the entire map. So you can even barely see down into the main area anymore. You can just barely see like the lights of the glowing blocks. So obviously, thing one, you can barely see in the water. Like, all you can see over there, they're meant to be, like, I don't think they're the, decoys. I think they're, I don't know. I don't know what they are, but they're meant to be full bodies. You can only see their eyes. So, I mean, like, if you want to make a creepy map, then you can kind of use this, because especially if you use the liquid changer thing, whatever it's called, which, if you change it to, that's brown. If you change it to black, so it's black. Actually, no, you can almost see better when it's black. Wait. You can almost see better when it's black. Wait, that's actually kind of cool. I thought, obviously, that it would make it kind of darker, maybe. I don't know. But for this video, I'm going to make the water my favorite color, which is this sky blue, because it makes the water look... Whoops, I fell in. But it makes the water look really nice. So, we're done with the ground shifter. Actually, we're done with these for the video. But now we're on to the actual mechanics that they bring. So, I'm gonna change over to the drone. So it's... Oh, and I fell in the water. I'm gonna need to replace my floor. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna build a little staircase. Something I did actually showcase in my last video was skipping items. So, obviously, I have a freeze ball in my hand, and I'm actually gonna give you guys a much better angle, hopefully. And now, you can see that it skips across the water just like a stone in real life. Which means if I can do it with the ice ball, I can do it with the teleport ball. And if I can skip the smoke bomb, I can do it with either of the other three bombs. Now, you can't do it with the firework because, well, obvious reasons. One, it just disintegrates when it touches the water. And two, it drags you along, so it doesn't really work. The bat... Nope, whoops. You can also skip the bat, which means that you can skip anything like the bat. Hot cocoa, and like no hot cocoa in the cup. You can skip the hot cocoa cup. You can also skip the no hot cocoa. And the grapplers... Oh, that was a horrible... And the grapplers, which means that you can also skip the propellers, since the grapplers are the exact same as propellers. You can also skip one of our new items that we'll be checking out later in the video, the flippers. And I don't think we'll be able to skip the floaty, but, I mean, we can try. Yeah, I don't think it'll work. Never mind. You can skip the floaty, even though that doesn't necessarily make sense. But, I mean, hey, if you can skip it, then, well, you can really do anything. But, back on the topic of things that we'll be checking out this video. We have 3 new gadgets to check out. Now, obviously, there are actually 4 gadgets, the anchor included, but I don't own the anchor, so we only have these 3 gadgets to check out. And we'll be starting off with the floaty. Now, it's in the name, you can float with it. And if you go upside down, you can still float with it, meaning that you can... Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I was gonna say, that means you maybe can push down under the water with it on, but fun thing, you can also bounce with them. And they made the bouncing so much better than it was in the lab. If you were to jump just from like here, you would start bouncing. But now, I don't just start bouncing. I actually have to jump from a decent height to get a good bounce. And that was our first gadget. Now, I'll take off my grapplers, onto the flippers. Now, these are basically just a better version of propellers in every way. They make you move faster, and they cost less on the tech web, and they don't take up any of your cotton, meaning that they're just better all around. Now, with these, you can move extremely fast, like, actually that's not really fast at all, but you can see there, that moves you really fast. You can move at insane speeds through the water with these on, and you can also launch out of the water at insane speeds. Oh. That wasn't too good of a launch, but, I mean, you can obviously get better, but, yeah. That was my attempt at a good launch. And our final new gadget for this video, the propeller. Now, it's basically just a worse version of the flipper. You still move pretty fast once you gain speed, but they cost, like, I think it's 10 cotton or something, like, per, second or something, so you don't really get too much time with them on, but it is much easier to run away from to run away from seekers with them on. And you can fly out of the water with the propellers as well as the flippers. So, they're basically just a worse version, even though they cost more on the tech web. But the best movement combination for this update is the floaty and the propellers. Now, you may be asking why. Because the floaty, it keeps you above the water, and propellers, you need to be in the water. Like, I do move here, but it is super slow. But, as I showed you earlier with the floaty, you can go upside down and still float, was the camera, meaning that you can use the propellers. And I find this the best way of movement, because I don't know why, it's just really, it's a really good form of movement. I don't know why, you guys may not prefer this form of movement, but I use it in pretty much every hide and seek lobby I go into. But that's probably everything that I can showcase about the water in this new update. So now we're going to go into some public lobbies and interview people about what they think about the water mechanics in Yeeps. What do you think about the new water mechanics in the Yeeps update? What do you think about them?
I think they're really cool and awesome. And
so like
they're really fun to walk around.
Alright, so what do you, if they could improve anything about it, what do you think they would improve? Or what do you think could be improved?
Probably the anchor. Or this.
Alright. Okay. So, alright, thanks. Okay, so, what do you think about the new Yeeps water mechanics?
I feel like they're actually kind of good, yo. They made it really good. Like, you know.
So, if there was anything that they could improve upon with them, what do you think that would be?
I feel like they could improve these. Whatever I forgot what they're called.
So the propellers.
Yeah, the propellers.
What about the propellers do you think they could improve?
Stop touching the camera! Why are you?
What about the propellers do you think they could improve?
Why are you touching the camera, yo?
Don't worry, I feel
like they can make it stronger, cause the flippers are much stronger than them. And yeah.
Alright. Alright, thank you. Okay, so as you guys saw, the thoughts on the new water mechanics in Yeeps, pretty good. They say that they could buff the propellers, and that the flippers are really good to use in the water. So I think that means that Yeeps has done a really good job with this new update and everything in it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.